All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the support Q&A. Just give everyone a couple of minutes to trickle in. Get this beautiful slide going.
We're up to 5. We got 5 people, depending on where you look. YouTube says 4. Restream now says 6.
Oh.
It's happening.
This is it. This is the moment.
Join us.
Come on in. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Yeah. Say hello. Tell us where you're chatting in from if you can. Also, let us know how long you've been using Descript, what you use Descript for, and then post questions.
Yes.
Sal's going to go over all this. We're just waiting for you to join us.
Exactly. You're the missing piece.
Cool.
All right. Give it another minute or so, but welcome everyone. This is the Descript Q&A. We are here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time with the support team. So my name is Salvatore. I am a member of the support team. We have Gabe here joining us as well.
Hello. I'm a member of the support team, and I'm also the interim community manager. So if you join us on Discord or on Reddit, usually you'll probably be interacting with me. And we're starting to get some hellos. We've got someone from Pakistan, started using Descript in 2022. Very cool. Seattle, grunge, let's go.
Yeah, I love Seattle.
I don't know if Barbara is specifically a grunge person. No.
Do you like Jimi Hendrix? Because I love Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, he's great.
Kansas, welcome. All right.
Looks Fahad is mentioned that he would like to see more animations for text cards. Yeah, hear you on that one. Anyway, sorry, continue, Salvatore.
No problem. Well, welcome everyone. Basically, this is just a space for everyone to hang out and ask questions. If you're new to Descript or if you're a seasoned user and just have some questions, this is just an open floor where you could chat in the chat box and ask your questions, and we're happy to demo them live for you. On this page, we have a couple of resources for you. We have our Help Center, which is basically our library of articles, troubleshooting tips, and feature guides. We have YouTube, which we're on today. We have, as you can see, a wealth of videos here. And as Gabe mentioned, we have a lot of community resources as well, like Discord, Reddit, Facebook. And check our event page, because we do have a lot of live events going on, including this one. How to get in touch with us if you have a bug or something that's kind of really tricky that you'd like to speak with a support agent with, you can contact us right in the app just by clicking on the little question mark at the top right corner and clicking the Contact Us button. All right, so basically, if you have questions, please feel free to drop them. Otherwise, we will just go ahead and start demoing stuff. Looks like we have some chats coming in now.
Yeah. So I already got one out of the way, which was Fahad mentioning that more animations for text cards would be great. Cannot agree enough. Our early year push is to kind of help fulfill some long-standing feature requests, and I have seen evidence of a document about specifically transitions and animations. So fingers crossed that you're happy with some of the updates coming later this year, Fahad. Barbara is not at all a grunge person. I'm so sorry for any implications that may have come with that. Nothing personal. All right. Did you have any pre stuff to go through, or should we just be going through questions?
We can do a little bit of both. I'll just pull up my screen now, but cool. Kind of just basic video editing for now. I think everyone's familiar with the drive view that we have here. So I'll just open up this project that we have. It looks like we have a question about shaky video in Descript. We don't have a stabilizer effect yet, so that is a great feature request. The only thing I can think of would be to just sort of crop in a little bit, maybe, get the edges out. But right now that would be a feature request, which would be cool to have in Descript, I think. But yeah, let's see here. We have a question from Rage Against the Audacity, and it looks like the fade handles went. So let me see if I could show this.
Fade handles. Oh, okay. Interesting. So he's saying that you cannot see the fade handles unless you've already adjusted the audio, which we can already see. I can see the fade handle on your screen. It's tiny, I will say.
Pretty small.
Another quality push item is improving the visibility of these things, but it's on the far left side if you see the white dot there.
Yeah.
And that's a video and audio fade because this is a video audio track. But if it were an audio track, that would just be an audio fade. And then you can also change the parameters of the fade, I believe, by a control or option clicking. Is that? There you go. So you could remove the video portion of the fade if you wanted it to be audio only or vice versa. I have a fly in my room. That's great.
Oh,
It
no.
means spring is in the air.
We're getting there. Another thing worth mentioning is maybe you're looking at a clip that doesn't have an edit point yet. So if you need a section that needs to fade, you could just split it using the S key right here where I created a cut, and that fade tool will appear right there. So it should be on by default.
Yes. And I believe Alex in our chat, he's one of our support agents, mentioned that it sounds like a bug, to be frank. So let's have them reach out, maybe take a screen recording so we can investigate, or maybe this demonstration has helped them locate it.
Yes. If you're on the web app as well, sometimes clearing cache and cookies helps a ton.
Very much. There's a question from Barbara. Barbara says, I am working with a young adult who has high functioning autism to start his own podcast. I should know this, but should he be using SquadCast to book his guests? Not necessarily. So if this person prefers SquadCast currently, they can absolutely use SquadCast to book their guests. However, Descript is transitioning to a service called Rooms that we built with the SquadCast team. So eventually SquadCast is going to deprecate, go away. It hasn't done so yet. So it's still an option. If somebody prefers the workflows there, they can use it, but we still recommend people start using Descript Rooms. Sal, can you show how to access Descript Rooms?
Sure, you could access it within a project, but I'm going to do it from the home screen.
Yeah.
So go to the drive view. If you click on the record button up to the top right, there's going to be an option to record with others, and that'll take you to your room. And this will open up in your browser if you're on the desktop app. But basically, this is your persistent link that you can use over and over again. So this link will always be the same. So you could quickly copy that and share it to your guests. If you have a scheduling app that you use or some kind of invitation client, you could just pop that link in there. So it's pretty easy to manage, which I really like.
And I believe currently with SquadCast, you have to use edit in Descript to port it out into a project. In Rooms, it just creates a project anytime you hit the record button, or if you're within a project, anytime you hit the record button, it will add a new recording to that same project. So very easy to get access to go and edit your interviews after they're complete. In general, it's overall an upgrade from SquadCast. I think there's a few features that longtime SquadCast users are missing, which would be things like scheduling invites, stuff like that. We opted to just let people handle their own scheduling because it's essentially just a calendar system. And instead we created customized links for different roles. So if you have a producer or somebody like that who always joins you, they will always be assigned to that role. So cool. Other questions? Oh, we got a question about the new logo.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think about the new logo, Salvatore?
It kind of took me by surprise for a minute, but it's grown on me. I like the red. It's a little calmer on the eyes, I think. It's softer.
Yeah,
but I can see how it would be polarizing. What do you think?
Yeah, at first my initial reaction was why? We have a pretty recognizable and distinct brand. And then after listening to people talk about it, my next opinion was, well, I don't know anything about design, so who knows? And then after living with it for, we've had it kind of internally known for about a month. We started changing designs like 2-3 weeks ago. And as the changes started going in, I was like, I actually like this. I think the red, it's not like a aggressive red. It's this kind of soft, like lounge chair red, which I quite like. So really, yeah, it was really just a refresh. It's been years since we've made any adjustments to our branding at all. And we wanted to try some stuff. So that's what we got. I believe somebody mentioned it also being evocative of the record button. So that's some food for thought.
Huh. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It is like a jazz lounge. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. The comfortable side of David Lynch rather than the scary side.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got a question from EH4RV Ventures. I'm an OTR truck driver and like to edit videos when I'm out on the road on my breaks. I don't always have the best internet access with my phone hotspot. Yeah, that's a great piece of feedback. Right now, Descript is fully cloud-based, so you do have to have a strong internet connection to really edit. We do receive feedback about getting offline mode or some type of offline mode back. So if you have a chance, checking out our feature request page to drop a vote, I think would be the best bet. But yeah, unfortunately, you would have to have a pretty strong internet connection at this time.
Yeah, they are talking about reintroducing some kind of offline mode. It's very tricky given the updates we've made to the app and the amount of tools that rely on an internet connection of some kind, even things like Studio Sound, right, which are technically AI features, even though you might not notice them as AI features up front. They're using machine learning tools. Yeah, for the moment we don't have a great solution for offline work, but it is a consideration because it does come up a lot, especially in talking with businesses that want to use us.
This is great, though. We're getting a lot of questions. Love it. Keep them coming. Yeah. One more thing, we want more templates so we can use them again for clients. That's a really good suggestion. I think, as Gabe mentioned before, it's always sort of on our radar. And this year is the year for improvement and really bringing in features. So be on the lookout, I believe. If you haven't already, we have a way to remix existing templates. So if there's a template that you like and just wish was slightly different, you can always remix a template and save them for future use. So let me pull up one of our handy dandy. Let's do the outro template. So you can remix a layout pack and sort of change the primary text, accent text, background, and even the fonts. So this is just an easy way to get a different look, maybe match it to your brand, and then save that as a new layout pack, which is kind of what I've been doing lately. Quick way to go about it, but definitely a good suggestion.
One from Learn with Gene. I tried to use the zoom and pan in a video manually and also with Underlord, but I didn't notice the difference. That's interesting. I would be curious to see the results. Maybe elaborate a little bit on what you mean here. So if you used zoom and pan manually and then tried the exact same steps with Underlord, I would hope that you're on a clean copy of that project if you're trying to compare the differences. One that doesn't have manual zooms, but if it did your manual zooms for you the way you would have done them yourself, that sounds like a good thing, right? Like, but perhaps you can elaborate a little bit on what happened and why it was either disappointing, confusing, or maybe you were just making a comment saying, hey, I did a good job, not sure. When we hear back from Gene, we'll readdress that one. Dale coming with some brand rules. I don't know anything about brand rules, Dale. I I give credit to our highly paid and expert design team who said this was a great idea. So so far I haven't had a problem with it. Like, I'm somebody who's a creature of habit, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's pretty chill actually. I don't mind. But some people who are more design focused as a rule may have different opinions, and that will always be the case. Cool.
Yeah.
And then Dale follows up my question: can I pull off a J cut in Descript? Yes, I think so. Sal, are you familiar with the J cut?
I've heard the term before. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, so it's like where the audio and video cuts are not necessarily time aligned with each other, and I believe that menu we showed earlier would allow us to do one. So if you go to like any like transition, I believe.
Oh, okay. Let me add a scene here. Okay. Would this be a scene level?
Yes, or well, it could be at track level too, I believe.
Okay.
So if there's an audio, if there's any transition between two layers, but let's try it as a scene first, since that is okay. So these are just these are not audio or video transitions. Okay.
Let me try this one right here. Do a crossfade. I'm learning today too. Okay, so we've got the audio and the video colored up. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I should be able to.
Code 1. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. So in order for the J cut to work, the audio has to be coming in prior to the video. So I think you might need to get fancy with this. I thought we had come up with a solution in the recent past for J cuts, but I think you might need to work with layers and whether that layer is visible at a given time. I'm looking through our documentation to see if I can find, like, if we have an official solution for a J cut. Let's see. Yeah, I think it would have to be through layer manipulation right now. I will get back. Who asked the question? Dale. Dale, let me. If you, we'll try and find a way to contact Dale. Are you on Discord, Dale, or Reddit? Maybe shoot me a DM on either one of those, and I'll try and get you a better answer to this question, because I do believe it's possible, but I think it requires some manipulation of our existing tools.
Yeah, that would be really cool to see.
Cool. Fahad asks, are you planning for a Descript mobile app? Not really, no. What we are planning on doing is expanding the amount of things you can do in a project when you're using Descript on your mobile device. So if you go to web.descript.com today, in fact, you can view projects, you can play them back, and you can export them, I believe, are the functions that you have. You can add comments and things like that. But yeah, no mobile app development as of today. That could change at any moment. We very often come up with changes to our plan.
Mobile upload, that's been a huge addition.
And our agent Trevor found a good blog post about doing J-cuts in Descript. We have an old article about it. Maybe, Trevor, you could pass that along into the chat or some such. Maybe I can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice.
Can I do it? I did it. Wow.
Perfect.
Good job, me.
I didn't know we could do that. We have the power.
Yes. And I just don't want to embarrass ourselves, so we will not run through it live. And we'll learn to do it and then demonstrate next time.
We'll do it next week. Yeah. It'll be a self project, I think.
Yeah, Polaris promos, that was exactly what I was thinking, and I just didn't want to get into the weeds of doing that live on stream here. If you duplicate the clip, turn off audio for one. Yeah, that was totally what I had in mind. And it's just a little bit of a messy workflow at the moment. So cool. Maybe if nothing else comes up, we can just do that. You are working on a sequence track, by the way, so that might be mildly complicated.
Kind of a trickery. Looks like we had a request to do a zoom and pan. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. So this one, we would use a custom animation. So for this case, I have my video here. I'll just add a scene boundary here just so I know when to stop. Basically, you would just add a custom animation. So we have the zoom and pan that's available, which sort of maps it out for you. And these are sort of the set parameters, but I'll click on this ending keyframe and I could just position this wherever I want, really, and how zoomed in I want it to be. And we'll just go ahead and check that out.
I lit up. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's pretty good timing. So luckily there is a preset for that. You could just do your custom one if you want to do like a slide or something fancy, but just clicking on the clip and going to animation, and then we're adding custom, zoom and pan should get you there. So hopefully that helps. I believe that was...
I think it was Learn with Gene.
Learn with Gene.
I think we're going to bring Trevor on because Trevor has the J-cut solution on the ball. Trevor, can we unmute the feller?
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. I'll just be hello. I'm back. I'm hidden. I'm now, this is like the sort of
Phone a friend.
The narrator speaking. It sounds like, who was asking this? Oh, is it
Dale?
Dale. So Dale, it sounds like generally like the J-cut in sort of narrative films, it's just the audio from the next scene starting before you switch over to the scene. But for a more non-fiction or interview style podcast, I imagine you just mean if right now we have Salvatore on the screen, if he's talking and then he stops talking, you would want the audio from me, who's the other person and here, the other subject on here, to start talking before we switch over to myself. If that's what you're looking to do, which is generally how people refer to J-cuts in Descript, all we really need to do is create a scene boundary. If we want to just go to any point in the script where we're having a clean back and forth, like we can even do it here. So certainly I just completed a move, Phoenix, Arizona. Let's just exactly where it starts. Let's add a scene.
Right here. Yep.
So how it plays now is we'll start talking.
Certainly am. I've just completed a move here from Portland to Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, that's a big change.
All right, so let's I guess let's first make that scene 3 it is. Let's make it so that you are the main focus of this scene. We can make you fill the scene editor. And then on scene 4, let's make it so that I'm the focal point.
There we go. Get rid of me.
Hide yourself. And so now when it switches over to the scene, when I start talking, it will switch to me. An automatic multicam usually does this automatically, but we can add a little bit more control by adding the sort of J-cut. And all you really need to do is move the scene boundary where you want it to start. So if we shift
the other way.
That's so yeah, the scene, you can do the scene boundary either in the timeline or you could just drag and drop it from in the script. If we move that to well, we would want to move it the other way if it's a J-cut. So like
here.
Yeah, like
That's
move
right.
it there so it's a little bit of a transition. Now when we play it,
Portland to Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, that's a big change. How'd you?
now it adds a little transition there, but and it now you're still hiding. But that's really what you just need to do is move the scene boundary to create the cut.
Yep. Yeah, and the transition that was added is a smart transition. You can turn that off for new scenes if you would like. They're just on by default, so you can disable that in the settings if you need to.
Account settings here. Always forget to turn this off. Or feel like there are way more options here every time I look, which is cool. Okay, there it is. So apply smart transitions. I'm going to toggle that off, and let's just kind of see. I deleted them manually.
To Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, that's a big change.
So that's nice. It sort of lingers on me for a little bit when Trevor starts speaking. So I didn't know that was a J-cut. You learned something new.
Yep. J-cuts are cool. We don't necessarily make them as easy as they could be, but we do support them in several different ways to recreate them. And hopefully we get better at it as we add more transitions and things. Cool. We got like 4 minutes left. Is that right?
I think we go till 1. Or what time
cool.
is it? Yep.
Got it. Understood. Okay. Well, never mind then. We've got all the time in the world.
All the time. So keep coming with the questions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll sort of just keep playing with this project here.
Yeah.
All right. My sort of favorite first things to do in a new project is clean up the script. And if you're brand new to Descript and new to sort of text-based editing, when you drop in a video file or audio file, it gets transcribed, and what you edit in the script is also edited in the associated media. So for example, if I just highlight these 2 words and delete them, it'll delete it from the video as well, which is really nice if, especially with more videos like this, where it's a podcast, where there's a lot of speech. In this case, we have a lot of tools to sort of help automate this process. Under AI tools or asking Underlord, we have Edit for Clarity, which sort of is a good all-arounder, cleans up any filler words, digressions, and retakes, or you could sort of do these one by one. Only you want to just remove the filler words, you can click on that, remove retakes, shorten word gaps, but I'm going to stick with Edit for Clarity because it kind of does everything. So I'll go ahead and just click Submit, see what we get. Right now, this is about 10 minutes and 21 seconds, so hopefully this could trim it down for us without having to do too much.
Yeah, they Edit for Clarity had like some settings. I believe it was like low, medium, and extreme. So you can do this at various levels of intensity. If you're really just trying to do a stream of consciousness thing and you don't have a whole lot of faith in what you said, high intensity is probably a good move. If you just want a little bit of direction and shaping, then low is probably not a bad idea. Turning on AI speech is only a good idea if you plan to use AI speech in general, or if you would like to see full edits recreated through audio, then use AI speech. But yeah, totally optional. I rarely use it when using Edit for Clarity myself.
Yeah, I typically keep that off too, but it can come in handy sometimes. Okay. So yeah, right there, trimming it down. Looks like we have some questions coming in while I'm editing.
Yeah, Fahad is coming back with more on the please make more caption styles. Yes. So one thing we do during these sessions is keep track of feedback that chatters bring up, because generally indicates a highly motivated person. And usually highly motivated people cluster around certain types of opinions, and I'm betting this is one of them. So yeah, good to reiterate. And hopefully we'll pass along some of these info to our product team, and they will tell us, oh yes, we're already planning to do this. Or they'll say, oh, we're not, let's put it on the docket. So hopefully soon. Yes, Fahad.
Heavy agree there. While we don't have a way to save captions that you've customized, you could always save the scene as a layout with just a caption layer. That's what I've been doing, sort of. Yeah, I definitely is having some sort of way to add your own custom caption to this list. which would be nice. But yeah, definitely going to look over that. And looks like we have another question here from our Brian Race. Looks like you want to see how center active speaker functions. Okay. That is a good one. This one is typically, I want to say this works best for single take videos. I don't know if we have one of those. So we're working on a sequence where there's 2 separate files, but that works for just a single video angle where there are more than one speaker.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I could demonstrate that right at this moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have a good project file. Another thing I will say, center active speaker, not currently my favorite feature in the app. I don't find it to be the most reliable. I've offered some internal feedback about it, and long story short, should be getting some improvements in the near future. But just to talk through Salvatore setting up right now, what the type of thing it would work on if there were to be 2 speakers in this video file. So let's say Sal is speaker 1 and Trevor is speaker 2. If they were in the same room, on the same camera, regularly, there would not be a way to automatically zoom over to one or the other when that person is speaking. Center active speaker is supposed to solve this. And yes, I have had some experiences with it that left a little to be desired. So give it a try, Brian. If you have not used it yet, you would need a video file with 2 people speaking on it for it to be effective. What kind of content are you working on, Brian? Maybe let us know a little bit more about what you got, and maybe we'll guide you to the right feature if it's not center active speaker.
Yes. Also,
are your upstairs neighbors practicing for a clogging composition, Salvatore?
Can you hear them?
Very, very lightly. Just a little pitter patter.
No.
It's probably about as annoying as me shuffling my feet on the platform I'm on. So
that would be my 1.5-year-old, I think, just going to town.
Oh, well, that's way cooler. Rage against the Audacity. Do you get better results if on avatars if the stock ones are used versus a custom avatar? I would say no, right?
Yeah, I think they should be of the same quality.
Yeah, they're being animated by the exact same tools. So maybe your image quality itself might have an impact. Let's say you only have one photo of yourself that you took on a Nokia circa 2003. That might not animate that well as an avatar because it's an old pixely photo. But any current nice high definition photo, even an old Polaroid, should probably work just fine.
That is actually would be super cool to see. We put out a recent update on our avatars actually, as far as new models that you can use. Before it was we were mainly using Hedra, which did limit the resolution, but now you have the option of using Kling V2 or Kling V2 Pro at either 720 or 1080, which should give you much better results. They do cost a bit more as far as AI credits, but
they do. Maybe we could demonstrate real quick if you could even take a screenshot of your toothy grin here. Rage against the Audacity, so kindly pointed out.
Sure.
You do like a save a frame and turn it into an avatar situation.
Let's do it. You can grab a screenshot there. Saved frames. Okay, so I'm gonna make this way shorter so it doesn't take forever.
Yeah. We can do this with the barest bones. I don't even think we need to finish generating the avatar. Just show it off. This is the prompt for the how to animate it. I think you need to have imported an image already if you're going to do.
There we go. Assign. I thought I could. Oh, there we go. I was being too quick. So I can choose my media files.
There you go.
Not as toothy, but we'll rock with it for now.
Yeah. Improved toothiness. And then, yeah, I think you can set it up in settings beforehand, and then there is a way to change it from the avatar menu. So if you go, again, I think that's the prompt itself.
There we go. Is it here?
So no, I think when you get to the point of generation is when you get the option.
Oh, that's
So
right.
It's also a setting in the full settings menu is
Mm.
where I was trying to, so you can find it. And we'll get to you, Hourly Flipper. I see your question. We're just going to finish this up real quick.
No. I have my thing zoomed in, so
Yeah.
the UI is being funky.
Yes. Does the caution button? That's annoying.
A little bit.
Toast.
Let me reset.
Yeah, we could also maybe pop it into a new composition. If you select the script layer, there you go. Okay, and that's where you get to select your model. So we have 3 models. There's Hedra, which is the classic model, offers the lowest resolutions. I believe it caps out at 480, I want to say.
Mhm.
And then there's Kling Avatar V2, which is a better model. I believe that goes up to 720. And then finally Kling Avatar Pro, which it goes up to 1080. It also has like emotion controls, so you can give it a bit more direction in terms of how you would like the avatar to come across. Let me grab, see if I can find the place to do it. Kling. I think it's called Attitude. It has attitude controls. Yeah. So for both Kling V2 and V2 Pro, if you put in attitude prompting into the text box there, it will give you the option to say things like this, make them very surly, or make them sound like they're late for a flight or something like that.
I love that. Specific.
Yeah, I like specificity. And Alex was answering Hourly Flipper's question magically for us. Just to port their question for the rest of the group, longtime user, first time live joiner, is there a way I can have a client record themselves at their leisure via Descript by themselves with a link I send out to them? Not as such. If they're not a member of your drive, then they would need permissions to use your recording hours. I believe if you were to send them a Rooms link, you would probably need to be present as the host. I'm not sure that you can assign non-drive members as hosts or co-hosts. I'll have to check on that, to be honest. But that's the only workaround I could think of, is if you sent them a drive link. I'm sorry, a Rooms link where they're slated as a co-host for the show. And then they should presumably have host controls, which would then allow them to record.
Yeah, or they can, if they record themselves outside of Descript, maybe like via their webcam or some other, like directly via their camera, they could just send you the file as well. Yeah, so those would be the workarounds that we'd suggest.
I'm actually going to test it right now with a co-host role in a room too, because I'm just so dang curious. Or a producer role. Let's try that.
Give it a try.
I'm just doing it on my end, and I will report back.
Okay.
Feel free to keep on questions and such.
Yeah.
Invite.
Fortunately, I have many projects to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. So you can't join, unfortunately, because the host isn't present. So if you send somebody a Rooms invite link and they're set as the co-host, unless you, the host, a drive member, are present, they won't be able to actually start the room, unfortunately. So Yes, I would say
Good to
all of the
know.
other solutions are what you want to do. And let's get this question off. There we go.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Very cool. So I'll just keep plugging away here. Please keep coming with the questions. I'm gonna edit this down again with the edit for clarity, because I do not want to spend an hour reading through this and editing this myself.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 160 suggestions. I'm going to go ahead and commit, click done. So we've got our 10 minutes down about 8 minutes, and I trust that this is going to be flawless.
Wow, that's a big change. How'd you want to talk us through the steps? Did you rent a truck? Did you lug the furniture one by one?
And I love seeing the edits here still on the script, so you can always decide if you want to reinstate those. So you could click on this restore button over in edit that's been striked out. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to keep it. And I think we touched on this earlier, but layouts are a really great way to sort of give your videos and your scenes a boost. I'm going to apply a pretty simple one here. I only have the one scene, but I think we could spice it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to choose a multicam layout.
While you're doing that, there has a new question from Cracky_ABI. Cool name. Is there a plan to improve Descript's performance? There are many cool features being added, which is great, but it is extremely slow and buggy. Still lots of playback, crashes, etc. Yeah, there is. As we entered the new year with our new CEO, who was inaugurated in late August of 2025, one of the first things they said was, my major focus for the next few quarters is going to be quality and performance and reliability. That means crashes, that means slowness, that means lag. Those are our major targets. So what you should be seeing from our releases in the near future is a little bit less of like big marquee features like, oh, we made a new chat agent, stuff like that. You're still going to get updates on that stuff. There are still full teams working on all of that. But you will also hopefully see more reports of, hey, we've improved quality or performance. The thing I would just caution about that, it's harder to quantify something like performance improvements, right? Like we are dealing with so many different hardware setups and types of files and number of edits and project complexity. So we can't ever say like, hey, we fixed performance for everyone across the board forever. That's just not a thing that happens in software development. However, what we will be able to say, hopefully in the near future, is that we've drastically reduced instances of lag when you have complex sequences, for example. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's kind of going to be my benchmark for these improvements. And I hope we win back your trust on this topic.
Mm-hmm. Beautifully said. And also, if it's a situation where you're working with a relatively light project and you're still running into these issues, we're always available. Please send a support ticket so we can take a look.
In fact, just do that anyway, because part of the way that we're going to fix these performance issues is getting lots of reports of very specific performance issues. So I would love to know more about the projects you're working on, like what types of file structures and amount of edits, that sort of thing, so that I could write a report for that team and say, hey, here's an example. This person shouldn't be lagging as much as they are. What can we do? So
Exactly.
Yes.
Pretty lucking out right now because I'm smooth sailing so far.
Yes.
But I'm going to change that.
Some users have a better experience on the web. Also, Cracky, something to try if you have not yet. Anyway, yes. But this project is smooth sailing.
Very with all the compositions in here.
8-minute sequence, good amount of edits.
Let's ruin it. Let's do automatic multicam and things up, which is one of my favorite features personally, because I think we showed earlier that we could switch angles and put someone in focus manually by adding scenes and rearranging your your scene that way. But with automatic multicam, what it does is it takes the speaker label and it attaches it to one of the videos in your sequence and basically does the cuts for you. So instead of spending hours on doing that, you could just click on automatic multicam under AI tools and have it do it for you. So we'll just go ahead and have Descript do the work for me. All right, so that was pretty quick. All right, so I went from one scene to, I don't even know, let's see, 88 scenes.
Yeah.
Let's see what that looks like.
Isn't
Pull it
fun.
up.
Welcome. We have Sal on today and me, Trevor, two different support people talking about random topics. Steps. Did you rent a truck? Did you lug the furniture one by one?
There were a lot of options, and what worked best for us was we got a pods.
Yeah,
containers.
iPods, of course.
Super flexible.
There we go.
Delightful.
We're talking about pods, and it looks great now. So definitely a cool feature if you have a Rooms recording or a SquadCast recording that you just finished and maybe want to, add some dynamics to. Got a question here from Rage Against the Audacity again. What kind of cool tricks do you all have up your sleeves? We always have tricks up our sleeves. But,
Yeah, like, is there a topic you'd like to see cool tricks on? Like, I feel like we're pretty transparent with what all the cool trickery is in the app. But yeah, maybe you've got some stuff. I know that Trevor sometimes does something with backgrounds that I'm always jealous of because I keep forgetting how he does it.
yeah, me too. Let me see if I can recreate that.
I believe it's a type of masking, and I forget what the purpose of it is. Otherwise, I would have that. Maybe he's typing right now.
It's when having the text behind you, that's sort of a cool trend that I've been seeing lately.
Oh yes, yes. Okay. How do you get text behind your head? Which is indeed one of my favorite cool tricks.
Let's see if I can do that.
Yes. It involves duplicating the layer and adding a green screen on the script track, and then adding the text in the duplicate layer, I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I can do this from memory.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this.
Trevor knowing this trick is like a load-bearing thing for these streams, I think.
It's the coolest. I'm gonna do green screen on my main script track, right? Then I'm gonna add a text element.
Ooh, that did something really cool. So for a moment,
that was all on purpose.
that was a cool trick. You make the eye jump.
Wow.
Just dryer going. Just got your dryer going.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Maybe I take off this one.
An even strange.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Nice.
So I do it to the duplicate. So you apply green screen to the duplicate track, and then the script track remains the same. Right. Dang it. Trevor, we need your help. This is really cool. Trust us. Trust the process.
So
You just want to send it back, not to the back.
All the way to the back.
Yeah, you don't want to
okay.
send. You want to send it in between the layers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There we go. Very
little text sandwich to get your text behind you.
It's like a sandwich, yeah.
And then maybe like put it a little bit behind, like in the upper left, so that we can see it a bit. Yeah, there we go. It's like the text is hunting him.
If you really want to have fun with it, this is where you can add little monsters from like the media panel. You get the Giphies and you just add little monsters that come out.
Yeah,
Like the horsey or whatever you want from here.
The horsey.
I want the horsey 100%.
The way to go. Right. In Descript, you do not need a virtual background. You could use green screen, which is really neat. Send
Yeah, just
backward. There we go.
backward. There it is. And then just move your guy.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. We have a question from Cracky again. For recording rooms, is there also a plan to implement audio effects like studio sound or video effects during an interview / recording session? Interesting question. I would be curious to know more about what video effects you would like to see. I think things like background replacement, yes. Things like studio sound during recording, I would think not, because we don't have a live processing version of studio sound. It always requires that the file be intact and ready to go. But it's an interesting provocation. We also, I mean, we do have like audio enhancement tools in Rooms as well already, noise cancellation, etc. But I do like this idea. Not sure that it would be implemented anytime soon because it would require designing a like live streaming version of studio sound, which is probably out of scope for the moment. But I will say that virtual backgrounds and such, they are on the roadmap. Yes. That's that on that.
Very cool. I would be worried about studio sound not working properly during the recording and having it committed to the file too.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to see some sort of version of that.
If it remained toggleable, I would be happy with it.
Unless it like recorded to two separate files.
Yes. Well, I mean, Studio Sound, the way it works currently already kind of is a separate file stream situation. So like what we're doing is taking the raw audio and then treating it. And then we have this thing called intensity, and all intensity really is a blend between the raw audio and the treated audio. So the current version of it is always generating a clean file, or always is using a clean file. So hopefully any new versions would do that as well. New question from Isabelita Ruiz. Hello, team. Guidance on how to create YouTube Shorts, please, when you only have one Zoom file. Do I need to upload the file twice just to get the speaker and the screen share at the bottom? Yes, kind of, right? So if you've only got the one file, you're going to need 2 copies of it.
Yeah, I wonder if I could give you an example of what that would look like. I think you asked this question last week, if I'm not mistaken, but we didn't have a Zoom recording to work with. I use sequences to sort of to trick the system into thinking that we have 2 separate files. So what you could do is choose your Zoom file from your project list, for example, and then create a sequence with it.
Yep.
And then what you would do is you would add a new track, and it would be the same Zoom recording. So you would have 2 versions of it, like so. And now you could just mute one that you don't need.
Yep.
And click done. So once you have the sequence, you could throw it onto your script, and you would sort of just crop and sort of mangle.
Why don't we say that your guitar in the background is the screen recording? Maybe that'll make it easier to understand.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good call. The resolution will be a little bit undesirable, but
yeah. So Isabelita, we didn't have a perfect example for this, but imagine Sal's first image is your camera, and then the bottom image is the screen recording. This is how it would work essentially. You want a zoomed in tight crop on the screen recording, and then a zoomed in crop on your face. Maybe not formatted specifically like this, but that's how you'd get started building it, is putting them into a sequence together and then arranging them in the frame as you would desire. We have a good amount of layouts that would help with this. So check the layout gallery for ideas.
There we go. It's as close as I'll get with my face.
Yes.
For those at home.
We did it.
We did it.
Cracky has one more parting shot for us. Can we get a UI upgrade where we are able to see credit minute usage instead of having to navigate settings? Great idea. I'm not 100% sure if that is forthcoming or not. I know we have like something in the upper right corner, like that's always on, but it's not like a real-time display. I guess it is a real-time display. Do users see the like purple top-up button in the upper right-hand corner?
I think that only comes up when you reach a certain threshold.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I burned my. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I have an account here where I burned my AI credits, and it shows me because I have 0. But until you get to the point where you're almost out, you usually won't get a display. I'm not sure 100% if that's on the roadmap, but I know that it comes up a lot in feedback. So hopefully that changes people's opinions if it's not already on the docket.
Yes. Second that. Looks like this is going to be weird because it's an avatar of me.
Yes.
During the recording. So we'll
certainly am. I've just completed a move here from Portland to Phoenix, Arizona.
Super creepy, but it was pretty convincing also.
Yeah, it's uncanny valley right there.
Like if I were not looking straight at it and only that, I don't know if I would have noticed right away. Yeah.
So Kling, give it a try.
Give Kling a try. Kling is pretty good at this stuff.
Yes.
Don't do anything evil with it though.
Don't. No. Only good things, please.
We make it hard to do evil things too, so that's nice.
Yeah. The rail guards are in place. But yeah, if there aren't any more last minute questions.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
We've got 3 minutes. We'll be back here next Tuesday at the same time. But yeah, if you have a specific problem or question like we mentioned earlier, please reach out to our support team. We're happy to help. And we'll see you next week. If not, top up only pops up when usage is low. Yes, that is definitely correct.
Yeah, hopefully we do some better usage monitoring in the future. I agree that is not a fun thing to deal with.
All right, well, got a couple of minutes left. Do you have any last words for us, Gabe?
Drive safely. Use Descript, and never dance on a railing that's taller than 10 feet high.
Gonna make a shirt out of that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. All right.
It's the only advice I live by. So
it's the motto. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. You know how to reach us, but we will see you here next week, and have a great rest of your day.